So are you also still extracting the details from the insurance claims manually? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to use an AI agent for faster insurance claim approvals and data extraction. So like you, I also used to manually extract the details from all the insurance claims, but this is such a time consuming and a error prone task. So to solve this problem, I've simply created this amazing automation where what is going to happen is that as soon as I add a new file in my Google Drive account, which is the insurance claim document, automatically my AI agent is going to extract the details from the same and add them into my spreadsheet. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Google Drive, my AI agent, which is OpenAI, and Google Sheets. And to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll show you how to use an AI agent to speed up insurance claim approvals by automating data extractions from claim documents. So whether it is a scanned PDF or uploaded form, the AI quickly pulls out the details like the policy number, claim amount, date, and the client information, saving you hours of manual review. This automation not only boosts efficiency but also ensures greater accuracy and faster turnaround times. So let's dive in and build this smart insurance workflow together. So to start with this, we are simply going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect by searching pabbly.com/connect in our browser. And now after opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, we are just going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here, I am an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. And over here, you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And after clicking on this access now, it is going to open my dashboard. And to get started with our automation, we simply have to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here, I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations. And on my dashboard, you can see multiple folders which I've already created in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to create a new folder, you can go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I have already created one, so I'm just going to save my workflow in this only, which is automations. And now I'm just going to name my workflow as AI agent for faster insurance claim approvals and data extraction. And then we are simply going to click on this button which says create. And once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this, you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by a trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, I'm simply going to select my trigger application. So I'm just going to search for my trigger application right over here, which is Google Drive. So I'm just going to search for it and select it. And now for the trigger event, I'm simply going to select it as new file in a specific folder and click on this button which says connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Drive account with your Pabbly Connects workflow, you can simply click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me and click on add a new connection. And now we have to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google. And now it is asking me to select the Gmail account, with the help of which I'm just going to connect my Google Drive. And after selecting my Gmail account, Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So I'm just going to simply click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. And with this, we have successfully connected our Google Drive account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the folder or the subfolder. So over here, you can see the name of my folder is insurance claims. And over here, you have to keep in mind that the folder which you're selecting should be a shareable one. So what do I mean by a shareable one? So you have to go towards the folder name, share, and then once again towards this share. And after coming over here towards this share, the general access should be anyone with the link and editor. So it is really important that you give the general access as anyone with the link and editor. Otherwise, your AI agent will not be able to read the documents or extract the details from that document. All right. And after giving this folder the permissions, we can simply select the folder right over here and click on this save and send test request. But before clicking on this save and send test request, I'll just let you know that Google Drive is a pooling based application. So pooling based application means that this application will not check for new data instantly. It is going to take some amount of time to check for the new data. And over here in the case of Google Drive, it is saying the trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes. So as soon as I'm just going to click on the save and send test request, Pabbly is going to capture the last response or the latest response submitted in my Google Drive. So what I'm just going to do is first I'm just going to do the test submission, and then I'm just going to click on the save and send test request. So I'm just going to open my Google Drive and I'm just going to upload a file right over here. So as you can see that this is the insurance claim document. So I'm simply going to upload this file right over here. And this is the same document with the help of which I'm just going to extract the details. So I'm just going to show you the document. Over here you can see that this is a sample document only. All right. So yes, from this document only I'm just going to extract all the details. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to open my workflow and click on the save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on the save and send test request, Pabbly is going to capture the response for this document right over here. So yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has successfully captured the response for this document. And now with this, we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what I want is I want to build an AI agent for faster insurance claims, approvals, and data extraction. So for that, I'm just going to select my action application as my AI agent, which is OpenAI. So I'm just going to search for OpenAI right over here and select it. And now for the action event, I'm simply going to select it as extract content from PDF/image and click on this connect. Now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your OpenAI account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. And to get this token, we are simply going to follow the help text, and it is saying kindly visit your OpenAI API key page to get the API key that you need to enter here. So I'm simply going to go towards my OpenAI API key page to get the API key. And now we have to click on this green button which says create new secret key. And now I'm just going to name my key, select the project, and click on this create secret key button. And now it has created me the key. So I'm simply going to copy this key and then we're just going to paste this key right over here in our workflow. And after pasting this key, I'm simply going to click on this button which says save. And with this, we have successfully connected our OpenAI account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. Now it's asking me to select the OpenAI model. So I'm simply going to select it as GPT-4o Mini. You can select any another of your choice. Now it is asking me for the PDF URL. So over here, I'm just going to add the PDF URL, but I'm not going to type it like this, or I'm not going to add the PDF URL by copy pasting it, but instead we are just going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Google Drive as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are just going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so over here I'm just going to simply map this web content link as my PDF URL, and we are just going to move on forward. Over here it is asking me for the prompt. So over here for the prompt, if you wish, you can definitely add a bigger prompt, but I'm just going to extract the details using structured output. So I'm just going to enter a very simple prompt right over here, which is extract the details from given PDF. So I'm just going to enter this prompt right over here, and now I'm just going to move on forward towards the structured output. Now I'm just going to enter the structured output JSON object over here. So you must be wondering from where we're going to get this structured output JSON object, because I promised that in this video we are not going to use any programming or coding. So what we are just going to do is I'm just going to follow this important note to generate this JSON schema without knowing any programming or coding language. I'm simply going to follow this important notes, and it is saying to generate the JSON schema, navigate to this URL. So I'm just going to open this URL right over here, and now this AI is going to generate me the JSON schema. We just have to click on this generate and enter the prompt. Alright, so to enter the prompt, I'm just going to open the document from which I'm just going to extract the details. And now I'm just going to open my notepad. And over here in the notepad, I'm just going to enter the details which I want to extract. So the first thing which I want to extract is the claimant name. So I'm simply going to enter claimant name. And now I'm just going to move on in another line. And now I'm just going to enter the type, which is the format of this. So this is type of a short text. So I'm just going to enter type short text right over here. And now I'm just going to move on in another line. And now I'm just going to give the description for the same, which is extract and provide the full name of the claimant from the claim document. Now I'm just going to move on forward, and now I'm just going to do the same for the policy number and the rest of the details. So I'm just going to enter it right over here, which is the detail which I want to extract. In the next line, I'm just going to enter the type. This is a number, right? So I'm just going to enter number, and in the third line, I'm just going to enter the description. So like this, I'm just going to do it for all of the details. And as you can see that I've successfully written it for all of the details. And now I'm just going to simply copy this prompt right from here. And then we are simply going to paste it right over here. And now I'm just going to click on this create to generate the JSON schema. And once I'm just going to click on this create, automatically this AI is going to generate me the JSON schema without knowing any programming or coding language. It has successfully generated me the JSON schema. So now what we are just going to do is I'm simply going to copy this, and then we are just going to simply paste it right over here in the structure output field. And now after pasting this, I'm simply going to click on this blue button which says save and send as request. And now once we click on the save and send test request, my AI agent is going to extract all of these details from the given PDF file and give it to me as a response right over here, so that we can further add that response into our Google Sheets. So as you can see that it has successfully extracted all the details and give it to me right over here. And now I'm just going to add these details into my Google Sheets. For that, I'm just going to add another action step. And now for the action application, I'm simply going to select it as Google Sheets. And now for the action event, I'm simply going to select it as add new row and click on this connect. Now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now we have to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google. And once I'm just going to click on this blue button, Pabbly is asking me to select my Gmail account. So I'm simply going to select my Gmail account once again. I'm just going to give it all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. And now with this, we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the spreadsheet and the sheet. So over here, the name of my spreadsheet is Health Insurance Claim Tracker. So I'm just going to select the same right over here. And now for the sheet, I'm simply going to select it as sheet 1 and move on further. Now I'm just going to enter all of these details one by one. I'm simply going to map all of these details right over here. Alright, so first I'm just going to map this claimant name, then I'm just going to map the policy number. So like one by one, I'm just going to map all of these details like this, and automatically the details will be added into my spreadsheet. I'm just going to map this diagnosis. I'm just going to map the claim amount and then the supporting documents. And after mapping all of these details, we are simply going to click on this blue button which says save and send as request. And with this, we have received the positive response that we have successfully added these details into our Google Sheets. So I'm just going to open my Google Sheets, and as you can see, the details have been added right over here in my Google Sheets automatically. So yes, with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what is going to happen is that whenever I'm just going to add a new file in my Google Drive folder within 10 minutes, the workflow is going to get started. OpenAI is going to extract the content from that same insurance claim and add them into my Google Sheets. So once again, I'm just going to let you know that I use a sample document right over here. But with the help of the same logic, you can create for real documents too. So now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.